Why do some memories feel more real than things that just happened? Ever had a memory so vivid you'd swear it happened yesterday, even though it was years ago? Meanwhile, you can't remember what you had for lunch. Today, we're exploring why our brains sometimes trust old memories more than fresh ones. Have you ever felt absolutely certain about something that happened to you, only to find out later that it never happened at all? That's what we're diving into today, and trust me, it gets weird. So here's the thing. Your memory isn't like a video recording. It's more like a story you keep retelling. And every time you tell it, you change it. Just a little. But those changes add up. Let's start with something called emotional intensity. The memories that feel most real are usually the ones attached to big feelings. Think about your most vivid childhood memory. I'm guessing it involved fear, joy, or surprise, right? Not the time you organized your sock drawer. Our brains prioritize emotional memories because from an evolutionary perspective, they mattered more. A scary experience might help you survive. A boring Tuesday? Not so much. So, emotions act like a highlighter. When something makes you feel something strong, your brain goes, "This is important, lock this in." That intensity gets burned into your neural pathways more deeply than mundane moments. And deepness in memory often feels like realness. Here's where it gets interesting. There's something called the confidence accuracy gap. This is the unsettling truth that how confident you feel about a memory has almost nothing to do with whether that memory is actually correct. I know, weird. So you can feel absolutely certain you remember something happening with crystal clear details while being completely wrong about it. Psychologists have run thousands of studies on this. People will swear they remember seeing broken glass at an accident scene, but there was no broken glass. They'll insist they were at a shopping mall the day it caught fire. They weren't. But because they've thought about these false memories so many times, they've become neurologically similar to real memories. Repetition tricks your brain into feeling familiar, and familiar feels true. Now, let's talk about something called memory reconsolidation. Every time you remember something, your brain has to literally rebuild that memory, which means it's vulnerable to change. You're not retrieving a file from a folder, you're reconstructing it from fragments, and in that reconstruction, new information sneaks in. New feelings sneak in. Even other people's suggestions sneak in. Someone asks you about a party you went to 5 years ago. They mention the decorations were blue. You don't remember the decorations, but now when you reconstruct that memory, there are blue decorations. The next time you remember it, those blue decorations feel real because they're part of the story now. Here's a subtler one. Memories that are more organized feel more real. If you can tie a memory into a larger narrative, if it makes sense as part of your life story, it feels more authentic. Let me give you an example. Say you had one amazing conversation with someone at a wedding. You might not remember every detail, but if that conversation fits a story like, "That's the night I decided to change careers," your brain polishes it, emphasizes it, makes it feel vivid and important and real. Meanwhile, you might have had a better conversation yesterday that didn't connect to your larger narrative. So it feels forgettable, even though it was objectively more recent. And finally, there's the sheer volume of thinking about something. The more you've thought about a memory, the more real it feels. Not because you've verified it, just because you've rehearsed it, you've imagined it, you've told the story. It's become familiar. And that familiarity masquerades as truth. So here's what you can actually do with this. Start noticing the gap between what you're confident about and what you've actually verified. When someone says they remember something vividly, ask yourself, do they remember it? Or have they just thought about it a lot? When you have strong feelings about your own memory, pause. Ask, am I certain because I was there? Or am I certain because this story makes sense to me now? Your most vivid memories might be your least reliable. That's not depressing. It's liberating. It means you get to choose which stories matter to you. Memory isn't about accuracy, it's about meaning. And that's far more interesting.